when she starts working at Tube Alloys, and at first she doesn't even quite realise what she's working on, and then through her close allegiance with Max, and he starts bringing her into the fold and telling her more information, I think she genuinely believes for a long time it is only going to be a deterrent. So therefore, when they do the first testing in New Mexico and the world is just on the precipice of changing, and she can't quite believe they're there, and after Hiroshima, being involved so closely in that, she can't live with that, and she can't see any other option but to make sure all countries have those secrets so the world can be safer. Max is so open and so honest, and she really does love him. So even though she is ruining his entire life's work by handing over these secrets, she keeps convincing herself that it's political. What's going on with Max is personal. And she does really have to steel herself, and she believes in it, and she's not going to compromise her beliefs because she loves Max, and she tries to keep them as separate as possible. And when it does all crumble in, she cannot cope with the guilt in any way. Joan's never met anything like this girl. She tumbles in through her window wearing these beautiful red shoes. Joan's kind of sitting in bed reading a physics book with her hair in curlers, drinking cocoa. So instantly these characters are worlds apart. And, you know, living in St Albans, I've never met anyone quite that exotic. So just want to do anything she says and be involved. And, you know, do you want to come to a film night? Absolutely, of course, I'll cancel my sherry evening. So she draws me in first, and then we go to this film night and meet Leo, her cousin, who is devastatingly charming. And Joan's never been with boys before, and let alone someone like that. And then they start having these political discussions together, and he invites her on this picnic, and she's not quite sure whether we're just going to talk about politics a bit more. And then he ends up kissing her, and that's just it for Joan. And she loves, even though she doesn't necessarily agree entirely with his politics, she loves the idealism about it. And it is about making the world a fairer place, which she does agree with because her father was such a socialist, and she was always taught to help those that needed it. It's been really nice the last few days. We've kind of got to speak about stuff, and I'm going to try and watch some of the stuff back just to include some little bits. But she's just everything you'd hope she'd be, and so naughty, which is great because like Joan has that like little impish sense of humour, and yeah, no, it's been a real honour getting to meet her. Trevor is wonderful, absolutely wonderful. I really hope I still have such energy and verve and passion for everything I do. He scurries around set with such a childlike excitement and that curiosity to really dig into a scene. And I think it's very rare, you know, sadly a lot of projects these days are very money and time driven, and that's not what Trevor's about. We had a rehearsal period, which never happens, and we all sat around a table and discussed things, and that's so nice. But it's such a complicated plot. You know, personally, there are so many different levels, and also for me, there are so many different strands to keep wavering in my mind. So having Trevor there and constantly like bringing out these little nuggets, and you know, that refers back to that moment, and he's just there with you.
Joan Elizabeth Stanley, you're resident at this address.
What's going on?
You are being charged with 27 breaches of the Official Secrets Act. You must come with us now.
イギリス史上最も意外なスパイは
There's a file on you, starting in 1938 when you went to Cambridge University.
ケンブリッジで物理を学び
You must be Joan. What made you want to read physics?
And the whole world changed, and I wanted to be a part of that.
原爆の開発に携わっていた
It's like I don't know you.
I'm your mother.
Communist International, Comintern. That was the name of the group.
I was never a member.
The Russians, they deserve to know. Oh, the Allies are going to do something dreadful with it.
The first atomic bomb has been dropped from the Japanese city of Hiroshima.
I've got something for you.
They need files. reports, drawings, diagrams.
All right, I was frightened out of my wits most of the time, but I knew I had to do it.
Betraying your own country, God, I'm ashamed.
I loved my country!
仲間や家族を裏切ってまで彼女は何を守ろうとしたのか。ジョーンの秘密。